Hello everyone, it's Nikki Batgirl D'Angelo here for another Star Citizen Addicts Anonymous state of the game. Now, I do want to start this by giving the standard version of my, oh my lord, don't rate the game on what you're about ready to see. The main reason for that is very, very simple. The game is still in alpha, and in my estimation will be for quite some time because not everything works yet. You don't have a beta of the game. You have very basic systems that are working. And it is getting more and more like the game that we want, but, you know, in a very small part of the universe. Very tiny, very infant. Oh, God. I'm not even going to try to enunciate anything today. It's been a long week. But nonetheless, this is a game that is having its problems. Server-based, client-based, and system-based. Lots of different issues going on here. So, let's see. Where is my... that's going to be somewhere. So I'm going to make a claim on this. Somewhere out there. Is that? I'm not going to pay the expedited fee because I don't intend on taking that out today. What I want to take out is going to be my cutlass, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Oh, I could. So we will take out my cutlass, which has become my new favorite. Now, I'm the owner of a Cutlass Red, which is not in the game at this point. But this Cutlass Black is pretty hot. I'm liking it. Liking the way it flies. What we're going to do is in this episode, we're going to go over some of the basics that have changed. And most of them have to do with flight dynamics, with systems being implemented like cargo running, which we're going to try to do. And, of course, the ability to land on planets. All this stuff you've seen before over and over and over again. But, you know, there's still some things that have issues, like the wonderful physics. Okay, we need to see. I don't want anybody coming on my door. Nobody comes on. So I'm loving the new Cutlass. It's beautiful inside, has enough room. It's kind of like the true competitor to the Freelancer in my estimation. Loving it. I love that back here you have jump seats. So you could actually sit down, you could put a squad of Marines back here, or pirates in that case. I love the side door. What the hell just happened? I love the side door. Side door gives me the opportunity to have the closest thing to a Huey Blackhawk, Sikorsky Blackhawk experience in a space combat sim. So beautiful, beautiful. And of course you come inside of this area, which is the crew area, 2 bunks of course, and the ability to get up into the wonderful turret at the top of it, which makes this ship so crazy amazing. Alright, so we are going to get into the pilot seat. And I've already gone through some of this on my preliminary video a few weeks ago. We're just going to go to flight ready.
Hello and welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft. Your systems are online.
Thank you. We're going to just...
Launch complete. Shield system online.
Alright, we're just going to go this way. And we're going to bring up our landing gear. I just want to do it this way. I want to see it come up and see how that works. So we are going to hit the N key. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, I really am liking this ship. Like I said, one of my favorites so far. I think the MFDs are quite basic. I think they would be much higher resolution in the future. Okay, what? Okay, we've got all of our weapons working. Alright, and I want to go to Daymar. So while we're going to Daymar, I'm going to talk a little bit about what happened to me the other day. So the other day, yesterday while I was streaming, I went to Daymar, and I took my Starfarer. We touched down on one of the landing pads in the ArcCorp, one of the ArcCorp mining zones, and subsequently had a major issue. And that was that the Starfarer is a really big ship, and there really is no way to accurately land it because it has issues with being able to see. So when you're looking down at the ground, you can't see the whole ship. And they're going to have to do something about introducing a video landing assistance. Now you can auto land at places like Port Olisar and some of the other eventual places that you can go. We're just going to go to this orbital marker right here.
Quantum drive is now on.
But I didn't find that you were able to land there very easily. You also have major issues with crime status in this particular release, and that would be getting crime status for just doing something like landing. Okay. So we are going to, I don't know, should we go to orbital marker 2? It's 600, but I think it's on the other side of that. That's not going to get me closer, is it? Alright, let's get this thing up to speed. It accelerates a lot faster than my other ships do. Well, a lot faster than this a lot faster than the Starfarer does. Anyway, so we landed, I got cocked. When I got out of the ship, I went and I loaded up my hull with a bunch of diamonds and then tried to go back to Port Olisar. So the Starfarer is so big, it didn't fit on this landing pad and got cocked. So when I got back, I couldn't get up the ramp, no matter how hard I tried. I really should have just spawned a gray cat and then jumped on the gray cat and then jumped onto the ramp. But stupid me spawned a dragonfly. And the dragonfly's physics is all wonky right now. It's not really ready for prime time. It is a work in progress. It is not a completed ship regardless of being in flight ready. In fact, none of the ships are completed, right? They're all a work in progress. As time goes on, they're going to be continuously updated. Well, what happened to me was I got out there, couldn't get in, spawned this wonderful dragonfly, hit something, and it tumbled out of control straight up and got stuck inside of the scaffolding, the catwalk, right through it. And you're going to be able to see it on this ship when we land. It's still there. I love that there's still persistence in this game, and I can see stupid things like that happen to my ship. So it gets stuck up there in the scaffolding. Oh, you're not going to be able to see it now because I changed ships. I'll bring in video and overlay it on here so you can see what I'm talking about. So I got it stuck. I got out going, all right, at least I'm on the scaffolding or on the catwalk, and I fell down, broke my legs. I then went in, got in the Great Cat, drove around a little bit, couldn't get the freaking door open, even standing on the Great Cat. Couldn't open the ramp because I'd closed the ramp at some point when I had actually gotten in. There's so many things that went wrong. So many things that went wrong. Oh yeah, when I landed, I didn't go right out the ramp. So the ramp was still closed. I went and I said, let me go check out the upstairs. And when I was going upstairs, I fell through the ship to the ground. That's how I broke my legs the first time. Nonetheless, it all culminated in me getting very frustrated, and having to do something like spawn a second dragonfly. So I made a claim, spawn the second dragonfly, and then had to take the dragonfly, land it on top of the Starfarer, jump down to the catwalk, go through, take it off, and go back to Port Olisar, where I was able to sell the diamonds and make a nice profit. So I think that that's a perfect example of why I like this game, but why I'm also saying that if you're not used to alpha testing, if you're not used to early release, if you're not used to beta testing, I don't know if I would get your friends into the game at this point. Because I think that a lot of what we're doing here in Star Citizen is helping CIG to flesh out the things that work, correct the things that don't work, and implement systems that aren't there that we all need. And that's what the alpha is going to be about. It's going to be about tuning the systems, getting everything working and in order, and then layering in all of the other features and doing the same thing over again to those. And at some point in the future, we'll actually have a big enough game to call beta. But at this point, this particular point in time, it is fun as hell to play the game for people that understand what a beta is. Understand what an alpha is, that is. Alright. So we're going to take this right down to that mining area and hopefully be able to land. At this particular point, that's not really happening because, well, in a way that is conducive to you keeping your criminal status low, your crime status low. The minute you go to any of these places and try to land, or take off for that matter, maximum safe speed, current altitude. I can't slow down. You see that? There I go. Now I could slow down. So, I mean, what's going on right now is we're re-entering the atmosphere. See that? And once we get into this atmosphere, which is really thin and we'd already be through it, we're going to need to pull up, slow down, and get ourselves over there. I'm going to keep us at about right there, 364 kilometers, or I don't know what SCM, well, SCM is the mode, but I don't know, it's meters a second that we're going? Wow, that's pretty fast. So I'm finding the game to be exceedingly exciting at times and exceedingly frustrating at other times. So it does have its pluses and minuses. Like right now, we're running at a whopping 26 frames per second. I could run DCS World 2.0 at 55 frames a second. I could run Flight Simulator X at a high frame rate. I could run X-Plane at a high frame rate. I could run many of my games maxed on max settings at high frame rates. But this game, for some reason, is having an issue, and I know it's all server side because almost nothing is maxed except for my memory usage on my game. So there are things that they have to fix on the server side and things that they said they're going to fix. Now you can go out and you can watch all the ATVs, read all the updates, or you can get them regurgitated in a very quick and efficient way by Board Gamer. But honestly, what they say they're working on and what they show in the Around the Verse isn't really, it doesn't really matter at this point. Because the game is going to be quite a ways before we actually have something that we can play and call fun. Alright, so we're going to slow our asses down as we get close. I want to be going about 100, 120 meters per second going in here. There we go. And as I get closer, I'm going to want to make a call to them. I think about 2,500 meters should do it, because that's what works inside of a game like Elite Dangerous. So if you were able to actually see things on here, like right now, there should be one that says menu right here. So I should be able to push that, and then push this right here. And nobody's going to come back, but I should be okay to land now. I should be. So I'm going to land on this facility right here. This one right here. That one's the closest one to the spawning area. I only know this from last night. So this is where we went last night. Alright, so I'm going to get myself in close. Alright, and I'm going to...
Landing gear down.
And I'm going to do it one more time, because now I'm actually in landing mode. I'm going to ask to land. And it's not going to come back and tell me where to land. You see that? So, really, the ATC is only implemented in one area so far, which is on Port Olisar. Oh, and Delamar, over at Levski. Alright. I wish they gave you an Idris to land on. That would be freaking awesome. So we're going to come in here. We got to remember to keep our nose up. I'm going to bring our altitude down a little bit as we come in. And I'm going to start bringing our nose up to just -10. And use my thrusters to set us down. Alright, there we go. I think this operation will probably be easier to do in a Mustang where you can see down. Whoa, what happened? Is that the wind blowing us around? Alright, we're going to pull this back up to 0. And I'm just going to set us down.
Landing complete.
That's our landing, okay? Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to turn off our engines. There we go. We are sitting down on the ground now. And hold down the H key. Move my throttle and stick to the side. And I'm going to get out of here. Come down here. And we're going to go get some cargo. Alright, so we're going to close our doors. Open our doors. I guess it's over here that we got to do. Open. Alright, so we opened our doors, and I'm going to close them just for the sake of closing it. Can you close the door? Is there still a button over here? There used to be a button right here. Does it still work? I guess you can't close the door, can you? Oh, there you go. Close door. Alright. So now right next to us over there is where you spawn ships. But where I buy the items is going to be over here in this direction. So we're going to go buy some diamonds. And then we're going to bring it back. Someone actually told me to buy something else. I forget what it was. I think diamonds are giving me a little bit more. But there's a couple of things that you can buy from this area over here. Now people have already gone through making all these spreadsheets, trying to maximize the amount of money that they can make in the universe. And I'm not going to do that because honestly, it's an alpha and I'm here to test it. Not to prove that I could be some kind of trading mogul, transport mogul in this particular business. Now this guy over here, if I come to him...
Need something?
This is the new system of talking to people.
I can't help you.
He's saying he can't help me because what I'm supposed to do is actually come right over here to the shipping console. And I don't like that the glare gets in the way. So I have a Drake Cutlass Black with me. And these are the things I could buy. This is going to net me a lot. This is going to net me a lot. I think this sells for like 4 or 6. This sells for 40, I found. So I'm going to take these. I'm going to bring them all the way up. And I'm going to purchase them. And that's it. Got it. I'm down at 0 UEC. So now I'm going to here. I'm going to cycle myself out. I'm going to go back to the ship. Alright, so this is the major implementation in the game right now, is cargo hauling, alright? And I think it is pretty amazing that they have something that we can do besides shooting each other all the time. But nonetheless, it's a very basic implementation of it. There's just something about this ship. I never loved this ship, but suddenly I do. I think it's amazing. They definitely did real well on this. Now, when I was doing the thing with the Starfarer, where I had to land on top, when I took off, the second one of my dragonflies fell off and exploded right on top of my gray cat, which I had left on the launch pad over here also, the landing pad. Oh, look, there's all my cargo. Alright, where did I do the open and close over here? I forget. I don't want anything to fall out. It's over here, right? So these are all those diamonds. I could actually fit more in here, but I don't have enough money to buy everything. I'm buying small. Wow, there you go. I have 6 SCU. I'm sure it could go all the way down here, right? So I'd be able to fill it up all the way down to here. Oh, there's 2 more over here. I have 8 SCUs. That's pretty cool. Oh, this door opens too? I didn't know there was a door on both sides. That was pretty stupid of me. I want to mount miniguns on these and just come in and land like it was one of the clone trooper shuttles. Be freaking awesome. Alright, so now we're going to go back into our seat over here. And power should be on, right? We left the power on. Good. So we're going to go here. And here's where things start to get difficult. This whole thing over here has to be fixed. This graphical anomaly. So you see how we're looking for... There's Cryastra over there. And there is Port Olisar right there. And it's on the other side of the planet, so we're going to have to fly around the planet a little bit to get to it. Or I can just do this later. So, F2. Let's bring the engines online.
Engines offline.
Engines are on.
Engines online.
And let's get ourselves back to Port Olisar.
Launch complete.
And
Landing gear up.
we're going to start ourselves off. See how it's on the other side of the planet? So it's obstructed, right? So what we're going to do is something different. Oh God, that's such a beautiful sight. Look at it. I know it's like, yeah, all you see is blackness, but it's such a beautiful sight. Yeah, I think this game is shaping up to be potentially the greatest game ever made. But we still have some time to go. Let's get in here. Let's go to just Crusader and say we're going to go to Crusader. And say that's where we're going. Okay? Now we'll be able to fly around the planet to get to where Port Olisar is after we do this.
Quantum drive is now on.
Yep, we're initiating quantum drive in atmosphere. Something tells me this would not bode well for us. So we're going to get close to the planet. There we are. And we're going to fly around the planet. Come on.
Quantum drive is now off.
And we're going to go point towards this one over here. We're going to make 2 jumps around the planet. This is going to be our first one.
Quantum drive is now on.
And these are short jumps using the orbital marker systems around each one of the planet's moons and planetoids. With Delamar being a planetoid, not really anything other than a floating asteroid that was big enough to settle on. Alright.
Quantum drive is now off.
That's our next orbital marker right there. At this point, I want to see what side of the planet our destination is on. So there's Cryastro. And this is Port Olisar. You see it? So we can make it there easily. You see that? So we're going to fly to Port Olisar. Let's turn to it. Not getting any indication on where it is. Is that Port Olisar? Oh, it's over there. Okay. Alright, we're going to fly to it right now.
Quantum drive is now on.
Now, I don't see any crime status today, so they might have a server update for it. And we've made it back to Port Olisar. There it is. So we're going to come in there. We're just outside of it.
Missile locked.
Why is our missile locked? We're not attacking anyone. It was quite aggressive of our computer to lock a missile. Alright, we're in the armistice zone, or the neutral zone, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so I'm going to put my landing gear down now.
Gear down.
Now I'm going to go back to the F key over here, which I really hate the way that they implement this. Menu, comms, and landing services.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Alright, where's the assigned landing bay? Are we on the wrong side? No, we're not. Can you tell me where the assigned landing bay is? So I don't see it yet. I'm supposed to be able to see it, right? There it is. I knew I'd find it. Where is it? Oh, there it's right there. We've got to use some lateral thrusters here. Okay. Now I could do the spinny spin thing around, but I'm going to land in nose first. And just bring this right here. And I'm just going to hold the N key down this time.
Automated landing. Deck impact warning. Landing complete.
Alright. That was a good landing.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
And I'm going to just do power off. Alright, that's it. So we made our first run on Star Citizen Annex Anonymous State of the Game. And now we're just going to get out of our ship, which I think that we should have a link to our ship to turn power off and on, open doors that much on our Mobi-Glass, because right now I have to try to get around this. Could have gone out the side door, I guess. Alright, we got that. Close the door. We don't want anybody messing with our cargo. And we're going to go inside. What a nice and simple way to do business. Look how beautiful that is. It's just amazing. Alright, so we're coming in. And I think we should be able to get inside. Yep, right here. Okay. And we'll hear right about now. Yep, here it comes. Alright, and so we have to go to the other side over here. And go over to the main desk right here. And we're going to sell our items right here. See this? This is where we're going to go. Let's go use. We're going to go to sell. We're going to go to select a location, and it's a Cutlass Black. And we're going to sell everything on board, which will be the diamonds, and sell them all. And we made a healthy profit of a little bit more than 2x. Probably about 2.1, 2.2x. That was good. And we have nice stuff. Now, you can, while you can interact with people, this assumption engine is not working right now. So you don't have these people...
Yeah, fine.
...walking around doing their own thing yet. If you walk around Port Olisar enough, you'll see stuck NPCs and all sorts of things. Now look at this.
Hi. Welcome.
Okay, we're going to take that off. A female model. Look at that.
We just got a few new items in, so make sure to check them out.
A female model. What do you want reading over there? Can I ring the bell? Nope. So I can't see what she's
See
reading.
anything you like?
But that's pretty cool. You can buy some stuff here. Kasaba, you can buy things. I'm going to go across and check out the weapons. Just because I heard there was another female model over there. Up, here's Assumption Engine working somewhat. You have this guy that's probably just scripted a pathway that he walks. Yeah, that's a scripted pathway. He's just overlooking everything. Pretty cool. Alright, so it gives you a little bit of a belief that things are going right. That guy's just jogging in place. Maybe you need a push. Nope, that didn't work. Alright, and then here, yet another female model.
Thanks for coming in.
Well, if they're there, that means they're getting ready to put them in. Couple of new weapons, of course, to purchase. So all in all, 3.0 is definitely 100% a huge upgrade, huge update from what we've been playing for the past 2 years. It has its issues. Remember that it is an alpha, but it also has a lot of fun elements. Let's see if I can spawn my Starfarer and see if it still has that dragonfly inside of it. And if it does, that's where we'll end this wonderful video. Let's take a look and see if we can do it. Where is it? Aegis, Retaliator. I don't know. I don't see the Starfarer anywhere up there. There it is. MISC Starfarer. It's awaiting delivery in 5 hours and 37 minutes. I'm not going to pay for the expedited delivery. I'm just going to end it here. So, Star Citizen Alpha 3.0. It's fun. It has issues. But it's definitely making progress. And remember, it's progress, not perfection in the alpha stage. And as long as we see things moving forward towards a completed game, I'm pretty happy. And although nothing is perfect in this release, you can see for the first time how each one of the different systems are going to start to work together. I'm pretty happy with it. And I think that I'll be playing a little bit more often. I had stopped playing altogether when 2.6 got a little boring, monotonous for me. How many times could you have heard Tessa say, "I see you, you don't see me"? But with this one, I think being able to run cargo runs, get in with your friends, have mini wars on the ground on distant planets and moons, or I should say planetoids and moons, it's going to offer a lot of fun until we get the next update in late March. Alright folks, that's all I got for you today. And with that said, you all be safe out there, and I will talk to you soon.